So hello, and welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at LatriceLimited.com. So I'm just going to tell y'all right now, women are the blame for literally everything. Anything that happens in the world, people just blame it on women, be like, well, it's y'all fault. It's y'all fault. It's your fault. Oh, it's your fault. Oh, it's the woman's fault. And it's always the woman's fault no matter what happens. Okay. And this is in reference to, as you guys know, in America, Roe v. Wade has been overturned. And, you have people who have their opinions on certain things. In my opinion, if you're not the one getting an abortion, it does not concern you. Well, I don't want them getting an abortion because God, who cares? At the end of the day, it's their life. It's their business. If they want to abort their kid, cool. If they want to have their kid, cool. You're no better than someone just because you decided to have your kid. And you're no worse than someone just because you decided to abort your kid. So that's just what it is. If you're not going to take care of the kid, pay for medical bills, pay extra money because it's not your body that's having to go through changes, it's hers, then you have no say in this, in my opinion. And that's also why I feel like the Supreme Court, the fact that this was not codified into law is very upsetting. But I was on the tweeters, okay, and I came across a little post and I was like, you know what, that's a very good point. All right, so it's this guy, his name is David Hogg, and I have it right up here, and he says there's also been to his original, I'm gonna read his original one down here, and then I'm gonna read his response. Whereas he said, I've seen hundreds of tweets about telling women to stop having sex if they don't want to get pregnant, but I've seen zero calls for men to become celibate. It will never cease to amaze me how little men are blamed for getting someone pregnant. This is about control and patriarchy. He responded to his own tweet saying, there's also been no talk about how it's disproportionately men who are rapists. That's a fact. I've seen zero tweets about the need to talk to your young men about the importance of consent. It's always, don't raise your little girls to be a slut. Never, don't raise your little boy to be a rapist. And that is something that I've been saying for a while, my own little personal circle that I have. And this is one of the main things. Women are always criticized. There's self-hate within women, which I will address a little bit later. But it's always women. It's your fault. A woman gets raped. Well, what was she wearing though? Like that has anything to do with anything. You could be a Muslim woman covered head to toe. Hey, you could be a 1-year-old kid wearing a cute little dress and you could still get raped. Has nothing to do with what it is that you're wearing. But I'll humor it. Oh, what was she wearing? Well, she was wearing, hey, how about what I'm wearing for example? All right. Well, she's wearing a long sleeve pink mauve dress that comes, I don't know if you can even see this, about right here. So halfway up my leg, up my thigh or whatnot. Well, she shouldn't have been wearing that. She shouldn't have wore the color pink. You should have been having a bra on. Your thing should have went all the way down to your ankles. She was wearing heels. Well, she should have been wearing tennis shoes. I mean, that's all on her because of everything that she decided to wear. As if that's the problem. And I look at different cultures and different things that people talk about, and they're like, well, a woman has to cover up because the man may be too enticed and may want her in a sexual way. So she needs to cover up. Let's not fix him. Let's not fix his desire or lust. All right. Let's fix her. She's the problem because I really want her and she doesn't want me, but she's the problem. Okay. And this is the problem that we have. We've seen so many different stories about how you'll have a man who, in my own personal experience as well, who tries to pursue you, woman, let's say she's nice, for example, and is just like, I'm not really interested in this dude, but I'm not going to be like rude or anything like that. You're trying to be nice, and then the person's like, oh, okay, so she must want to sleep with me because she's being so nice and friendly. And then you're like, nah, I'm good. Oh, No doesn't mean no. No just means I need to try just a little bit harder. Let me try a little bit harder. Oh, just a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh man, I just raped her. God dang it. Huh. Well, it's her fault because she should have said yes to my first advance. It's her fault because she should not have denied me my pleasure, denied me what I wanted. Do you think, and this goes for any men that may possibly be watching this video, do you think about the fact that maybe she's just not interested, and if she says no, that means no? God, man, goodness gracious, when did they teach that? Like, I don't know, when you were 1 year old, 2, 3 years old, you touch something, mommy, no, little Tommy, no, you can't have that. Okay, no means no, but when I grow up, the definition of no must magically have changed, right? No, that's not what it is. It still means no. If she says no, I'm not interested in XYZ, whatever you may have, she don't want you, dude. And of course, you have people who will bring up the whole thing. Well, if you were an attractive guy, you would get away with touching her. But if you're not an attractive guy, then you can't get away with that. Okay, that's fine. If she does not want you touching her, she doesn't want you touching her. If she does not mind you touching her, she doesn't freaking mind you touching her. Okay? I don't get why. But I have to be this overly attractive guy, and that's not fair. Okay. She doesn't want to be with you, dude. It's as simple as that. I don't feel like people have to always switch things just to try to make someone feel better. Oh man, he was upset. Ooh, okay, let me go and do this. I know for me, when I used to go out, I don't go out much these days at all. But like when I used to go out, I'd be dressed up, cute dress. It was usually a dress that I wore, either that or maybe a pencil skirt, but it was usually a dress that I wore. And cute dress, wear the heels, get the hair done, makeup, whatever. All right. So you do all that. And I've had on a couple instances where, a guy would be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. Couple where they were just handsy, you know what I mean? But I've had some where I'm just like, okay, and that was really nice, blah 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 blah. All right. But I've over time I've had to not be as nice. I don't want to have to do that, but it's something that had to be done because I'm minding my own business, whatever. Let's say I'm drinking something at the bar, whatever I'm doing, and then you come up to me. And then you're talking to me and I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. Just, I don't want to talk to you, dude. And I'm trying to mind my own business, whether I'm hanging out with my homegirl, whatever I'm doing. Right. And then person just keeps bothering me. And then I'm like, oh, well, can I get your number? And I'm like, I'm good. Nah. Oh, well, can I get it? I would give him a fake number. People, well, why would you do that, Alex? Because I've seen so many different stories where the dude is set up and he's like, yo, I'll kill you if you don't give me a number. I'll kill you if you don't give me attention. That's why you have the women that usually would give fake attention to you. Just being nice, just to be nice to you. Because we don't know you and you may try to kill us. We've seen too many stories. Guys following girls home and stuff like that. Which is absolutely, it's traumatizing. It's very problematic. That's also why you have women, myself included, like when I would come home from campus or whatnot, whether it was from work or whatever I had to do, all right, school related or work, whatever, and you'll have your headphone in, one headphone in, the other one out, and then you'll be walking home at night. All right, dudes don't have to do that. You don't have to. It will behoove you to do it, just in case some crazy person comes and tries to walk up on you. Men do get raped as well. Men do get kidnapped as well. All right. So if they would do it, cool. But it's more so that women have to do it, just so we could be more, we have to always be more aware of our surroundings because as this guy's tweet said, it is a fact. Men rape women more than women rape men. That's just the reality of it. You also have your situations where you guys could be married in a committed relationship or whatever the case may be. And yes, you can still rape your spouse. You don't always have to be a random person. All right. Raping it's power, domination. It's also something that is unwanted, and that's really one of the main things. So that's what I find it to be very interesting. If you guys are the one that's perpetrating it more often than not, why is it that you guys don't get the talk? You don't get the talk. You don't get any of that. Why is that? I just find that to be very odd that women are constantly blamed for every single thing that we do. Anything. Oh, you shouldn't have wore your hair like that. That's why he touched you, because your hair was so long and silky. Oh my, well, you shouldn't have dyed your hair blonde, because the guys like the blonde. Man, the guys like them curly hair girls. You shouldn't have it like that. Well, you shouldn't have been wearing that short skirt. You shouldn't have done that. Well, you shouldn't have been dressed all the way top to bottom. That makes you more of a mystery for a guy. What the heck? You have a little 2-year-old that gets, touched, abused. What's the excuse then? Well, she shouldn't have been so cute. It's just sick. It's completely sick that this is what it has come down to. And so often, you're constantly seeing that being shown to people. You're always hearing, well, if you don't want to have a kid, then you shouldn't have sex. Condoms break. You got your birth control that's not 100%. All right. So why can't we just say, guy, get the vasectomy, or guys don't have sex? Well, we can't do that. Okay. A woman, she gets pregnant. She's out for 9 months. All right. Guy could have sex with multiple women during that same period and probably impregnate 1,000 women if he decides to do it that many times, which is a lot of coochie. You know what I mean? But you could still impregnate more people. Why is there not something on your body, but it has to be something for mine? Someone always has to say something for the women, no matter what you do, no matter what. Well, you should have picked a better baby daddy, or maybe the dude should have been something else. You know what I mean? Maybe he shouldn't have been a piece of crap. How about that? So it just really irritates me how constantly women are just being shamed or being blamed for every little thing. And it's like, if you guys really don't like women that much, why are you guys even dealing with us? Seriously, why don't you guys just mess with each other then? If you really don't like women that much, and that's something I really don't understand, because you do have some dudes who they think, and the woman don't know it, but you have some guys who really think that women are just, you're just supposed to be barefoot and pregnant and that's it. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything you got to say. I don't want to just clean up the house, give me coochie whenever I want, have my kids and deuces. And that's it. And it's like, if that's what you could just go and adopt a kid if that's really what you want, is that. But you want the power. You want them to be submissive. You want to be in control of everything. And that's messed up, yo. That's really messed up. But you do have a lot of people who have to deal with that. Some people who don't even know that they're in that kind of relationship, whether they're brainwashed or whatever the case may be, told, well, this is just how it's supposed to be. But in all reality, like, that's a messed up way to live. And that's really a messed up way to think. If you don't want her to be like, okay, you clean up, you do everything, and I'm gonna sit on the couch, eat bonbons all day. If you don't want her doing that, why do you think it's okay for you to do it to her? A guy, like I said, guys could get molested, could get abused as well. Do you ask any of those guys, oh, what were you wearing? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't ask them any of that, because you just think it doesn't happen. You think that for some reason men are untouchable. Nothing happens to them. So you don't even ask them. And if you do, well, man, you really wanted it, didn't you? Right? And that's the problem that we have. And I feel like if we can't get over this, are we going to ever be able to worry about the bigger problems, the bigger issues that are at hand? I don't know. What do you guys think? Until then.